This 26 Sports high school basketball presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
One of my favorite things to do is to try and get Kevin to laugh before we come back from a break. Welcome back to Cadillac High School. Jay Simon and Kevin Gregory with you. Big North boys basketball. The Petoskey Northmen with a 23-21 lead over the Cadillac Vikings here in Cadillac. The sounds of the Viking pep band filling the air to the north side of the gym. I believe that's the north side of the gym.
Yeesh, the north side of the gym.
Love those drums.
I
think they know we're talking about them. They just actually amped it up, I believe. They hit another level.
Check them out, man. They're working it.
Under the direction of Mike Filkins. Meanwhile, the Viking student section out in force, and I think it's a pro athlete jersey night as I see a Troy Polamalu football jersey. I see a Seattle baseball jersey. I see Red Wings jerseys. I see a Pistons jersey.
Little Pavel Datsuk.
Is that a... It is. That's a Peyton Manning Colts jersey right there in the middle of your screen.
Throwback.
Holla.
Nice.
Love the Vikings students. They organize that through Facebook. They've got a group. They discuss it. They make sure everybody knows what they're going to do for that particular game, and they come out and rock it.
The kids in their fancy interwebs.
The Twitbook face, whatever that's called.
Twitter time. Twitter chat.
Third quarter getting underway here in Cadillac. Ethan Baker against Marion Wingster. Wingster, I'm sure, feeling like he owes Baker a steal. Crago runs into Burr. Burr trying to draw the foul, and then the ball, Whitmore, finally brings it up and into his hands. Aaron Lee, baseline, elevating against Benson, the hoop and the har.
In transition, Quinn fell down, banging down here. He was a little slow getting back, so Benson tries to cover for him. They got a little mixed up, so Quinn was out on the block. Benson was in the middle. One quick step, got him past Quinn and able to finish over Benson, because that is a lengthy, athletic Aaron Lee shooting a free throw.
Back iron, and Keegan Brooks with the strong board. Just underway here in the third. Cooper Benson looking for McTaggart. Aaron Lee steps in the way. Lee lays it up and in.
It's definitely an important start to this third quarter for Cadillac. You know, both teams trying to set the tone. Petoskey trying to impose their will. Cadillac trying to say, hey, we're here to make this a ball game. And this is a very competitive, very exciting atmosphere.
Yeah, I got a feeling that head coach Dennis Starkey, veteran coach Dennis Starkey, might have peeled a little paint in halftime in that locker room, and these Northmen are definitely coming out with a renewed fire as the miss by the Vikings leads to the Northmen the other way. Wingster hands it off for Burr, who's been quiet since he missed a shot. He went 3 for 4 from 3 range, and he hasn't taken another one. Lee lost the handle, got it. Crago taps it away and collects it. Lee got himself in the air, and Crago the beneficiary. 6-point lead, biggest of the game for the Northmen.
Boy, Wingster doing a great job, doing his best. Ethan Baker on the ball, defensive pressure right there. That was great.
Benson against Whitmore. To Brooks. Out to Benson. 3-ball. Too strong. Wingster with the weak side board. Vikings stay in that 2-3. Carson looking across. Tough pass. A lot of white shirts in the way of that one. Crago taps it away. Inside for Crago, who lost the handle and went off his leg. Crago felt he was fouled, but he's not going to get that call. Coach Benzenberg will argue his point for him, however.
That was a good entry pass on the wing there. Quinn, great hands. That was just really good defense to be able to wait till Quinn came down with it and slap the ball. As you mentioned before, when the big men have it at their waist, that's the guard's opportunity to get a hand on it.
Burr against Baker. Aaron Lee, 5.5 to go here in the third quarter. Carson again gets it tapped away and then commits the foul as he knocks Baker out of bounds. Ethan might get a little gold statuette for that, but he was clearly bumped.
Well, Cadillac's doing a great job in that 2-3 right now. I'm going to give them a lot of credit. I mean, Petoskey's getting a lot of ball reversals, getting it to the block where they want to run their offense through. But to Cadillac's credit, they're just creating havoc in the passing lanes.
Brandon Carson picks up his 3rd foul of the game, remains in. McTaggart over for Brooks.
The Petoskey JV team amping it up for the defensive pressure on the away visiting side. You got to like that.
Top side for McTaggart. Crago trying to establish position inside as he's getting double teamed and pushed around, and now we're going to get a foul. And they're going to give this to Carson, and that's going to be his 4th. We've said this plenty of times on these broadcasts, Kevin. Quinn Crago is one of the strongest young men I've ever met from the waist down. He is a rock in those legs. No, he doesn't get a ton of elevation, but he is strong, and you cannot move him without really having to shove him around as Brooks misses the jumper.
Yeah, he's strong down there, and he works his butt off. You watch what Cadillac does. They're just doing ball reversals around the top of the key, hoping he can get a good post position. Now, the one thing that they did on that last possession that they were doing a great job of in the first quarter and kind of fell away from, driving and kicking, driving and kicking, driving and kicking. That time, 4 guys just stood outside the three-point line waiting for Quinn.
Now we're going to get a little pressure, and Baker found a hole in the D, gets it to Crago. Crago can't finish, and now we're going to get a foul on the Northman on the rebound. It's a tough shot by Quinn. That's one of the issues with, I shouldn't say with Quinn, but one of the issues for Quinn is that without getting great elevation, sometimes if he can't pump fake a guy out of his way, he's shooting over people. As Brooks will take a 3. And it leads to some tough shots at times. Whitmore back to Burr, rejected by Barczewski, and Barczewski goes hard to the ground. Luckily, bounces right back up.
Ouch, man. To be 16 or 17 and take a fall like that, I'd be in my bed for a week.
You'd be pulling the stretcher out for me right now.
You love the challenge, but again, I just got to point out there's some big, strong guards on Petoskey's sides, and they're aggressive, and they take it to the hole strong. And that was a great break, and that was a great bounce pass for Petoskey. Number 30, Evan Whitmore, in transition to get Burr the layup opportunity.
And that's another one of those things that you really don't want to do when you've got a great three-point shooter like Jason Burr, is give him a trip to the line because all that does is dial it in for him.
It's a great point. Let a shooter see the ball go through a rim. Next thing you know, you get a little itchy trigger finger.
And then there's shooters like you who just need to see it near the rim.
I just need to see the ball.
You have an itchy trigger finger when you see a gym. Oh, Burr misses the second. Our apologies to the Burr family. We probably jinxed him. 4:15 to go here in the third. It's a 7-point Northman lead, biggest of the game. Barczewski, Crago. Swung around for Baker against Wingster. Baker wanted to get it to Crago and will go off the foot of Wingster. Schaub working hard. Schaub, one of the bigger Northmen, but he's giving up unofficially 6 inches to Crago. Quinn puts it on the floor, kicks it out, Barczewski. And that's just a lack of confidence. McTaggart doesn't lack for it. He misses the 3. Whitmore with the rebound. It's a good look from Crago to Barczewski there, Kevin. I know you think he should shoot that as Burr takes the pass from Whitmore, who I've been very impressed with. Great court vision as he picks up another assist.
I was just going to mention that he is a big physical dude, and I can guarantee you he's a football player as he's bringing the ball up the court. I was about to say something about it. What's he do? Spin move, sweet dime. Makes me look silly. Made me look silly before I even was able to say it. That was sweet.
Timeout on the floor for the Vikings. It is a full timeout.
It's crunch time for Cadillac right now. It's a 9-point game, and you have the first place team with 10 wins in a row with a little momentum right now, and they're able to do it without outside shooting. They're doing it in other ways in transition. Petoskey's getting after Cadillac on the defensive end, and they're creating easy shots. Cadillac's got to find a way to combat that 3 and 4 guys surrounding Quinn in the post. Petoskey's kind of resigned themselves to, hey, we're going to take Quinn away. Somebody else beat me and make me do something different.
Well, and that's kind of what they did in the first meeting between these teams. Craig only had 8 points and 6 boards in that game, and the rest of the Vikings were unable to fill in the gap. Although they, as we said, they hung in there. It was a 6-point game going into the fourth quarter before the Northmen pulled away. And in this one, it was a 2-point game at the half, but the Vikings have yet to score here in the third, and we've got 3:35 to go as Barczewski brings it over half court for Cadillac. Gives it to Baker. Wanted to find Genema, who tripped out the third-point line, and Genema, unfortunately, got his foot turned over. His ankle kind of turned under him there, and he goes to the floor. Shoe's a little too sticky for Vinny. 9-point Northman lead. Here's Culp. Finds Aaron Lee in the paint for the floater.
It's a nice teardrop over outstretched arms of Quinn.
Lee has 6 in the quarter. Barczewski, Crago on the baseline, trying to get it out for McTaggart. And the passing lane to where McTaggart wasn't there. And I think Quinn was kind of thinking, hopefully, that kind of like a quarterback and his receiver will work together. I think Quinn was hoping that McTaggart would see that the passing lane wasn't there and that he would shift. Quinn tried to anticipate. Cam was looking the other way.
Absolutely. I've been impressed with Petoskey ramping it up on the defensive end in the third quarter here.
Culp gets to Aaron Lee. Back to Culp. Aaron Lee baseline. Reverse blocked by Crago, and then Burr going over Crago's back knocks it out of bounds, and it'll be Viking basketball.
It's a good call.
Well, like I said, the Northmen definitely got a talking to, I'm going to guess, from somebody, whether it was the captains, Coach Starkey, an assistant. But they are definitely amped up both defensively and offensively in this third quarter as they have held the Vikings scoreless with 2:22 to go in the third. As Wingster picks up a foul. That's his second. Barczewski against Culp. McTaggart down low for Crago. Tough shot, won't go. Crago though, put back, can't get it to go. Tapped around, and then Culp rips the rebound down. Thought for sure Burr would pull. Minute 50 to go here in the third. Culp down to Schaub, and they're going to get Crago on the foul. Schaub trying to post up Crago. I don't know if Crago was trying to pull the chair out from under him or what happened there, but they get Quinn for the foul. And Quinn will get what I believe is his first blow of the game. Take a seat with a minute 49 to go in the third.
Yeah, they bring in Gavin Daniels, give him a little blow.
Burr on the inbounds pass takes advantage of the absence of Crago. He's got 5 in the quarter, 14 for the game. And it's a 13-point Northman lead. Brooks for McTaggart. Checked by Aaron Lee. Barczewski curling, layup. Good, the hoop and the harm. Tyler Barczewski gets his first points of the game, and it's the first for the Vikings in the quarter. And he's got an opportunity for the old school three-point play.
But Marion Wingster, can't say enough about his on-the-ball defense tonight, no matter who he's guarding. If it's Ethan or it's Keegan, who's giving Ethan a little spell right now. I mean, he is just making it tremendously difficult for Cadillac to even get into their offense. Looks like he's limping a little bit over there, so you hope he's okay. Maybe just a Charlie horse or something.
Barczewski misses the free throw. Culp goes to the rafters for the board. Minute 20 remaining here in the third quarter. Aaron Lee for Culp on the wing. Culp puts it on the floor against McTaggart. McTaggart got the block. And we're going to get the foul call As they say, he got him with the body. Give Cam McTaggart a lot of credit. He got, what to our perception, the ball up top. Maybe use the offhand to help himself get up there. Hard to say, but it will send Culp to the line for a couple.
Good aggressive drive by Culp. If you got the springs and you got the length, it's a good idea to attack the rim.
Well, you can see why CMU has taken a peek at this young man, because he's only going to get bigger and stronger as he rims out the second. 35-23, minute 10 to go here in the third quarter. McTaggart over to Brooks, swung for Benson against Burr. 3-on-3 here. Benson will bring it out. 50 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Barczewski driving on Culp, gets inside, somehow gets that up off the glass. The hoop and the harm for Tyler Barczewski.
That kid has an uncanny way of just finding an angle somehow, some way, shoots it some weird way out of the outstretched arms of 6'7", jump out of the gym. Culp able to finish at the rim.
Well, he knows he's got a defender in front of him as he misses the free throw. He knows he's got a defender in front of him. He knows Culp's coming from behind, and that angle, I don't think even he knew that angle was coming. 35 seconds to go here in the third. Burr tries to use the left hand, won't go. Put back by Jake Lee is no good. But the sophomore will draw the foul and go to the line for two.
What was the call on that one? That on Cadillac?
I believe it might have been on the... They're saying it was on the shot. It was on the rebound, but Lee was trying to shoot in the air, so the official saying it was a shot attempt. So Lee will go to the line. Lefty free throw is no good.
Well, 10-point game, so if Cadillac can get a rebound here and cut it to under double digits before the end of the third, that's where they're going to want to be.
Jake Lee gets his first points of the game. 25 seconds to go here in the third. Vikings looking, as Kevin mentioned, to trim this to single digits, which would be impressive after this quarter. Brooks harassed by Whitmore. McTaggart, 14 seconds. Benson. Barczewski back to Benson, 6 seconds. McTaggart, high, tough shot. McTaggart at the buzzer, good!
The second buzzer beater of the night for McTaggart.
Cam McTaggart cuts it to a 9-point lead. I thought it would have been 8 for some reason. They must have added a free throw. They didn't have the other free throw on the board. 36-27 your score after 3 quarters of play. The final 8 minutes coming up. Back in a moment.